Good morning. Welcome to Unity Orlando. Our opening statement this morning is, I am a child of God and I live in the kingdom of health and abundance. Let's all affirm that together. I am a child of God and I live in the kingdom of health and abundance. All right, let's all close our eyes and take a nice deep breath in. Let's affirm that together in the silence. And so it is. And now if you'd like to stand and help us sing our joy song this morning, it's called Glory of Love. I'm the 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 glory of, I'm the glory of, I'm the glory of love. I'm the glory of, I'm the glory of, I'm the glory of love. I'm abundance of joy. I'm abundance of joy. I'm abundance of joy. I'm abundance of joy. I'm abundance of, I'm abundance of, I'm abundance of joy. I'm abundance of, I'm abundance of, I'm abundance of joy. Shine on the glory of God. Shine on the glory, shine on the glory of God. I'm a purpose of peace. I'm the 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 purpose of, I'm the purpose of, I'm the purpose of peace. I'm the purpose of, I'm the purpose of, I'm the purpose of peace. Shine on the glory of God. Shine on the glory, shine on the glory, shine on the glory of God. Shine on the glory, shine on the glory of God. All right, thank you very much. You may be seated.
Good morning, Unity Orlando. How's everybody doing today? Actually, I was supposed to say, hello, my dear friends and beautiful people. While I was traveling with John this past couple weeks, that's what the tour guides would always say. Wonderful. Hello, my beautiful people. Every time he would talk, he would say that, and I was like, I'm going to incorporate that. I'm Susan Francis. I'm your platform speaker. Welcome online. Just have a couple announcements for you. Do we have any visitors here for the first time? Want to raise your hand? Welcome. Thank you for coming. And of course, the rest of you are all family, so I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Prayer chaplains are available to pray with you after church every Sunday, both services. I'm a prayer chaplain, and Paul is a prayer chaplain, so there's two of us on duty. Also, we pray every evening at 8 p.m., so we invite you to join us. Just hold whatever your concerns are in prayer, or pray for the church, or pray for Reverend Bob, or pray for our beautiful world. Let's see. The October affirmation is, I enthusiastically accept my good and go forward to achieve my purpose. That's a mouthful, but a good one. Let's see, funds for our roof repair are coming in. We're still working towards our goals. So if you have any spare change, we could use it for sure. Reminder, next Sunday, daylight savings ends, so we're gonna fall back. So if you don't change your clock, you're gonna be here too early. So definitely set your alarms properly. Reverend Lulu is starting a manifesting group. She's calling it the Butterfly Effect. Butterfly Effect Manifesting Group. There's a flyer on the cadenza if you'd like to join us. It's all going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be every other Sunday. We meet just for a very brief amount of time, about 45 minutes, via Zoom. The first class or group get-together is December 1st. Contact Reverend Lulu for registering, or see me. Her information is on the flyer. So that should be good fun if you want to manifest some good stuff in your life. Reverend Bob's lesson is loving your body. That should be a good one. But I have a little story to tell you, that there was a pastor who went to his church office on a Monday morning and discovered that there was a dead mule in the church yard. So he telephoned the police. And since there appeared to be no foul play, the police referred the pastor to the health department. And they explained, since there's no health threat, when he called them, they said, you need to call the sanitation department. So when the pastor called the sanitation department, the manager of the department said, I can't pick up that dead mule without authorization from the mayor. The pastor was not too eager to contact the mayor because he possessed apparently a very bad temper and was always extremely unpleasant and hard to deal with. I can't believe that. But eventually the pastor called the mayor anyway, and the mayor did not disappoint. The mayor immediately began to rant and rave. After his continued rant at the pastor, the mayor finally said, why did you call me anyway? Isn't it your job to bury the dead? The pastor paused for a brief prayer, and I'm sure for patience, asking for patience, and asked the Lord to direct his response. The Lord led the pastor to the words he was seeking. And he said, well, yes, Mayor, it is my job to bury the dead, but I also like to notify the next of kin first. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Brian.
Hey, you did all that without even saying the bad word.
That's right.
Awesome. Good to have you back. Yeah, very good. Here's a song that is called Adventures in Body Form. Walking into the light, I see my angels come into a line, making my way through this momentary moment in my life. Illuminating beings floating in and out, communicating feelings, talking to me and about adventures in body form, angels form in uniform. can seek. I am alive to embody all the miracles in me. Come through me and be in me. God's love eternally, eternally, eternally. Adventures in body form, angels form in uniform. I am alive to experience all the joy I can seek. I am alive to embody all the miracles in me. Come through me and be in me. God's love eternally, come through me and be in me. God's love eternally, 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 eternally,
That was wonderful. Great way to get this service going. And boy, it is good to get the band back together, right? Are we getting the band back together? Good to have everybody back. Susan and John, you were the last two gone, right? Well, when they tell you next week is fall back, you know we've entered the fall season, without a doubt. The weather's great out there, isn't it? There's a wonderful feel in the air. Today I want to talk about loving your body. You say, aren't we doing a series on the mystical path? And we are. So today we're going to talk about the mystical body, mind, spirit connection and how we can tap into it to support health and healing in our outer bodies. And I'm actually going to start off with several scriptures that address the issue. The first one is Proverbs 17:22, one of my favorites. Says, a merry heart makes the body healthy. And then the part I find equally amusing, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. Nothing like being lurid. A merry heart makes the body healthy. Joy heals. That's worth knowing and remembering. Sometimes when our bodies get sick, we get real serious about trying to heal them. You could use a little joy while you're doing that. Because in the end, it's joy that heals. And of course, love. In Matthew 6:22, Jesus said, the eye is the lamp of the body. And if therefore your eye be bright, your whole body is also lighted. Okay, I want to kind of work that backwards a little and say a healthy body should be filled with light. These bodies, they function on several different levels. They are very physical. But they have a beyond the physical aspect to them also. And the bottom line is, a body is healthiest when we can see spiritual light shining through every cell. When we know it is lighted. And it's going to take our attention on that to awaken that realization. Eye is the lamp of the body. You're going to have to put your attention on the light within you if you want that light to shine through your body. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. When I first got into spirituality, or I don't know that it was first, but it was a long time ago, I pretty much was treating it like, hey, the spiritual path is all about an escape room, right? We're just trying to get out of here. And that really isn't what's going on. We're trying to allow the light to shine through our physical expression right here. In 1 Corinthians 15:40, Paul writes, there are celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. And the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Most of the time when I'm reading that passage, I'm talking to you about your celestial body, your spiritual body, awakening an awareness of the glory of that body of light inside of you, the eternal being that you are. But notice he said, the glory of the celestial is one. And lest we get too far into our spirituality, the glory of the terrestrial is another. There's a time to celebrate the glory of your earthly body. And in the end, that's part of what will keep it healthy and strong and vibrant. Seeing the glory in your body. You know, I'm not sure we do that a lot anyway. You are an eternal spiritual being, temporarily inhabiting a body. That means you got custody. You have custody of this body. It's been given to you to take care of. It's your vehicle for traveling through this earth life. Without it, you can't do earth life. So we have inhabited a body, and they all have got their different limitations. But in the end, they get us through. They serve us well. In spite of their frailties and their failings. They serve us well. And it's your responsibility to take care of your body. So we're responsible to feed it, put fuel in the tank. Keep it maintained, take it to the doctor, put it in the shop. Wash and clean it. And put it on a healthy routine to keep it in the best shape it can be. If you've got a horse, you do that. And this is your horse. This is what you're going to ride through this life. And many of us do like the unworthy horse owners who just ride them into the ground. And sometimes that's the way we treat our bodies. It's not only your responsibility to take care of your body's needs on a physical level, it's your responsibility to fill your body with the energy of goodness. Everybody needs to feel goodness. And it's your responsibility to do that. And you are the one who can fill it with spiritual life. Without spirit, body collapses. It's dead. You're the one who breathes spirit into this body. You're the ones who keeps it going. You say, no, God does that. Yeah, sure. But God delegates. And this is your responsibility. There's one more piece to body health that I want to bring up, keeping your body in good shape. Like everything else in the world, your body thrives on love. It thrives on love. And your body should be your pampered favorite pet, not your unappreciated servant who just can't get it together and keeps having these shortcomings. We take much better care of our pets than we often do of our own bodies. So begin to view your body, with the same love that you shower on your favorite animals. You and only you can channel the light of your soul into your body. You have that eternal light of life at the center of your being. And you can let it out, bequeath it, in a sense, to your vehicle, to that wonderful being that we call a body that serves us so well. And in the end, your body depends on you to channel spiritual light into it. Now, bodies do lots of things. We think mainly of them moving us around, housing our brains, doing whatever it takes to live this life. But they also are like sponges. They soak up everything we expose them to. That means your body stores all your unresolved emotions. So when you submerge anger, fear, resentment, or even sadness, you're storing it in your body. Your body has to cope with that energy. Anyone who does deep muscle therapy will tell you that at times when they break out something that's been in there quite a while, people will actually relive a traumatic experience out of their life because it just got locked in there. So part of body health, the mystical side of body health, is learning to release this stuff. Learning to let go or cleanse away all that those poisonous emotions we put in there. I mean, if you think about it, it's actually a wonder that our bodies do as well as they do, considering how much negative emotion we pour into them. And they still take all that abuse and survive it well. Whoa. That's admirable. So part of spiritual health is to release these emotional toxins, to literally cleanse them out. Time to let it go. Move it on. You should not subject your body to all these heavy emotions. So, just a thought. Your attitudes fill your body. So if you're pursuing healing, don't fight disease. Embrace healing, health, and well-being. If you're in the consciousness of fighting, you're on that negative level. Embrace the higher energies. You see, just as we store all of our negative stuff in our body, you can release it. You don't have to store it there. But so often we hang on. Okay. Just as we store our negativity in our body, so do we store all the positive emotions. And actually, it's those positive emotions, joy, love, harmony, well-being, being at peace. It's all of that that literally nurtures a body, keeps it in good shape. So if you want to embrace health, the mystical side of it says, pursue a life of joy and harmony in order to make your body healthy. Some people follow their health very strictly, without any fun at all. I sometimes think it's the attitude you have toward what you're doing, the emotion you're working with, that actually has more effect on your body than what you're doing. So, concentrate on joy and harmony. Love everything you can. Appreciate the beauty all around you and be grateful for life. That's all about pursuing a healing. At least the mystical side of it. All of this draws health out of your physical body. And when it does, then you need to savor the good feeling this creates in your body. Joy creates a good feeling in your body. Savor it. Enjoy it. Love thrills a body. Just loving life, loving the beauty before you. It creates a feeling of goodness inside your body. Savor it. Feel it as strongly as you can. So if you need healing, savor the glory of life in your body. The glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the physical side, the terrestrial, is another. Savor the terrestrial. Intuitively, we know that if we're following the spiritual path, we need to savor the celestial. But if you want to express spirit through this physical world, you're going to have to see that glory, the light of God shining through the terrestrial. The light of God shining through my body. And not just always be pissed off at it because it isn't cooperating. Talking with Paul back there just a moment ago, and I'm saying, I hate it when I say something and it turns out to be absolutely true. Like my statement that the older years are all about body maintenance. There are issues to deal with. It's the way it works. And we need to not have those issues drive us into disgust with our body, discontent with my body. A body flourishes when it's loved. So if you need healing, savor the glory of life in your body as much as you can. Fill your body with goodness rather than negativity. And it'll respond by reflecting that goodness through its cells. Can you avoid all body challenges? No, that's part of the physical existence. But you can be supportive and draw as much health and goodness back out of a body as you can by concentrating on the goodness in the body. So, I'm going to talk about some spiritual practices that will enable you to nurture the health and well-being in your body. Remember, this one's all about loving your body, so you're going to hear that word body. I thought, boy, you're repeating that a lot. It's not usually where my attention is. And maybe that's why my body complains periodically. Just like we got cats at home. You don't pay attention to them, they will come up and go, pay attention to me. Well, I guess your body does the same thing. So, number one, and there are all kinds of different approaches. Look at your body as your favorite pet. Love it and take care of it. That is a change in attitude. Most of the time, we're used to our body being our partner or servant. It's an under partner, right? We're senior partner and we tell it what to do and it's supposed to do it. And when it doesn't, we are irritated. It irritates the tar out of us that it's not cooperating. And that's exactly the point at which we need to look at it with compassion and love our pet. I mean, we love our pets. Love your body in the same way. So, okay. Make body health a priority. Set up a program, food, exercise, maintenance. Take care of it like you would your pet. It's well over 20 years ago now that someone handed me a nice little cassette tape, and it was on a workshop, a weight loss workshop. Now, I know this is not everyone's experience, but I've never needed weight loss. Yeah, I hear that. I get that all the time. So, but, I was always a skinny little thing that, et cetera. I could have used a little more weight gain. I worked hard. I worked out for a whole year to try to gain weight. And I gained 3-4 pounds. Now, it looked a whole lot different after I worked out. But when I got on the scale, I went, oh, my God. So when she handed me this weight loss tape, I thought, you got to be kidding me. Why are you handing this to me? She says, no, it works for everybody. It doesn't matter what the deal is. They've got thousands of people that this is working for, and it's a spiritual program. And I went, okay, I'll listen to it. And I listened to it, and at first it sounded amazingly bizarre. And then finally I said, no, I'm intrigued with this. This is neat. The theory behind this workshop was you're not going to go on a diet. You're not going to do anything you're not going to try to control your body in any way, shape, or form. You're just going to love your body. And basically the basic theory anyway, it was that if you love your body, it'll go to its perfect weight. If you're underweight, you'll gain weight. If you're overweight, you'll lose it. It'll go to its healthiest state because it's loved. And they claimed they'd had thousands of people that this had worked for in an amazing way. Now, they had an unusual approach. They said, I want you to go through each part of your body and tell it, I love you. You look at your hand and you go, I love you. I remember the day I looked at my hands and I went, those aren't my hands, those are my dad's hands. Well, I have to love them the way they are, right? I love you. I love my arm. I love my shoulder. And you say, oh, I feel strange saying that. No. If you had a cat or a scruffy little dog that you thought was just wonderful, you'd tell it how wonderful it was. You'd love to say, oh, I love you. Well, okay, your body needs that. I love you. And then it says, and this is where it gets really bizarre, it says, what I want you to do is to pet each part of your body. I thought, oh, we're in strange territory now. But in either case, they said, I started to realize, though, this is like your pet cat. If your cat comes up, you pet it. You make it feel good, and it just purrs. Well, your body will purr when you start petting it. I tried it out. It actually does work. And they said, now, you want to add to that some hot baths that you just do to make your body feel good. Anything you can do just to pamper your body and make it feel good. Because most of the time, we're just standing back there with a whip saying, come on, do what I want. Come on. I need this done. I need that done. I need this done. Come on, do it. And they're saying, when do you spend time just saying, let's just make you feel good? Okay. I was already pretty close to my perfect weight, so I didn't gain or lose. But my body did enjoy it. So, remember this. Love heals. And you have to love your body exactly as it is, with all its frailties and shortcomings. I brought up that scruffy dog. Have you ever seen people, they've got the ugliest looking dog you've ever seen, and they think it is absolutely wonderful, right? So I know you can do this with your body. I don't care how scruffy or damaged it is. You can love it. Say, yeah, you're turning, you're getting me through this life. I didn't think you could do it, but you are. So, what am I saying? Think of your body as your dear child, not your bad servant. Change your attitude right here. That alone will encourage health and healing. Number 2, now we're going to talk about how your body soaks up all that stupid stuff you insist on doing all day long. When you get angry, you get upset, you get resentful, or you get fearful. All of those are amazingly destructive energies. And your body endures them and even stores them away for you and lives with them. And goes on. Wow, what a trooper. So, how do you get rid of these destructive energies? If you can clear the destructive energies out of your body, you'll see a marked improvement in how your body feels, how it functions, in its health. So, at the end of each day, Go back over the day. Anything that tweaked you. Well, I put up with it. Putting up with it is putting it in there and submerging it. You want to bring it back up, connect that experience to God in whatever way you can. Turn it over to God because we got to release this. And then do exactly that. Release it. Let it go. This is daily maintenance, a daily cleansing of the negative emotions. But we also need to do some long-term cleansing. We need to work to let go of deep-seated resentments, fears, and sadness. I had one couple in my office. We're trying to determine why they couldn't prosper, why they'd been praying and all that. And we finally got around to the fact that there was this deep resentment of the way the family had treated them. And I said, "Ooh, we need to release this resentment. It's part of your log jam. It's holding stuff back. So let's get rid of it." "Oh, no. I ain't letting go of that. Not till they come and apologize to me." I'm sitting there and thinking, okay, I've heard that before. That just means you're condemning yourself. You don't release people for their good. You release them so that you can be free. So you don't have to carry this with you anymore. There was a time back in my early 30s when a marriage had ended and I went through a 2 or 3 year depression. I just kind of went through the functions of life. That was it. And as I finished it up, I realized, I said, you just took 10 years off your life. Nothing like a long-term depression to just take years off your life. And I actually had to work then to build joy back up in my life. That was one of the hardest things I ever did, to put joy back in my life. Say, well, this person isn't doing this and that's not doing that. Okay, joy comes from inside. Doesn't depend on whether people are being nice to you or not. There are ways you can concentrate, like on beauty and things like that, to try to draw it up. But you're going to have to bring more joy out of yourself. Well, actually, I'm getting slightly ahead of myself on that. What I really wanted to get into is the fact that at some point I took a look and thought, I need to go through my entire life and release stuff, because I realized there were memories from decades earlier. Memories from when I was like 20. That when I brought it up, I could feel the resistance, the resentment, the unfairness. Just remembering something that happened 10 years earlier. Now I'm older, I can remember things that happened 50 years ago. And if they still tweak you, there's nothing wrong with remembering them. What's wrong is the energy that's stored in that memory. And if you still feel the energy, it needs to be released. It's holding you back. So, I decided to start over as young as I could remember. I went through my life year by year. This took a couple months. In meditation, I went through year by year and tried to bring up everything I could remember that ever felt like it had been unfair, a problem, a violence, anything that had happened. I brought it up, and if I still had negative feeling connected to it, I worked with it and re-etched it and said, you are not that person anymore. You don't have to, if you were in that situation, you'd handle it differently today. And then I'd re-etch it in my mind and go through and go, okay, today I would handle it this way and this way and this way, and I'd work with it over and over until I got to where I could think of the event in the past exactly as it had happened, but not feel the energy. Just know it. Yep, that happened. Took me months. One of the better things I did was to go through my whole life and do a cleansing. So, where are we? Whatever negativity you have stored in your body, let it go and embrace joy. You want a little outside help? Do some deep muscle body work. Go to somebody who can get in there to those. Remember, I said, sometimes people doing deep massage, their patient will relive or remember a past trauma. Well, let them go. Try to get it out that way. And finally, there's one more thing you can do as a spiritual exercise combined with a physical experience, and that is breathe out the negativity. This is a spiritual practice. You take it, you go to it, you feel it, you breathe it out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. There actually is an Eastern meditation exercise where you do exactly this. And each time you empty yourself more and more. Just keep emptying yourself. Until your container is clear. Well, that's the negative side. As I said, if you really want healing, though, don't fight, embrace. So what are we going to embrace? To create more health and healing in your body each day, strive to immerse yourself in joy, love, appreciation of beauty, and gratitude. This is the energy in which a body thrives and comes alive. So, work on these energies. I told you at one point, joy did not come natural to me. Took me maybe a year. I've told in the past that I was like, oh, I need help. Somebody said, oh, well, my favorite psychic in Miami can take care of you. I said, oh, okay. She'll balance your aura and set everything up, and you'll feel good thereafter. It was him, actually, not a he. It was him. And I went to see him, and and we had our session, and he said, I can't really help you. This is something you're going to have to do yourself. He said, what I can tell you is you need more joy in your life. And I thought, tell me something I don't know. Of course I need more joy in my life. My life is miserable. But I did take his advice, and he didn't offer to give him my $100 back. But in any case, I did take his advice, and I went home, and I worked on joy. It took me a year. But I learned that joy is something you draw from inside of you. It's in your soul, and you can draw it out. So, make joy a priority in your life. You can't play all the time. I get that. But you can decide to enjoy working. and spend some time each day savoring the beauty that's all around you. We take this world for granted. The beauty of the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. If you can see the glory of the terrestrial, you are literally seeing the glory of the celestial shining through the terrestrial. And each day say, thank you, God, for my life. You know, I mentioned joy, love, appreciation of beauty. Gratitude's the final capper on those big emotions of goodness. Gratitude. Thank you, God, for my life. Or maybe just, I love my life. The first time you say that, it may not sound like you believe it. So work with it until you do. I love my life. I love my life. The body will respond to being filled with that attitude. Number 4, the fourth set of practices is to praise your body daily. This is like praising a child to encourage good behavior. Your body needs some praise. This was what Myrtle Fillmore's healing technique was all about. You read it in her book, How to Let God Help You. There's one little chapter called Health in the Home, and in it she talks about how she pursued her healing, and it was on her healing that all of Unity eventually evolved. She said, I went through my whole body, and I told it it was strong. It had functioned perfectly. Told my heart it was strong and vibrant, and then I connected it to God. I said it was filled with the Christ love. My body, that it was strong and vibrant and supple, and filled with the life of God. That was its strength. She went through and she praised, well, how did I say? Declare strength where there is weakness and body harmony where there is discord. And declare it until your body reflects it. Myrtle was told she would die in 30 days. And of course, 2 years later, of course, at that point, she's the poster child for survival, right? 2 years later, it's completely gone. There's no sign of the disease that was supposed to have killed her. How? She praised her body and she connected each part of it to God, to divine energy. So, declare, I love my body. And find things about your body you can be proud of. What are you proud of about your body? Most of us say, well, I can tell you what's wrong with it. Can you tell me what's right with it? It's like a child. If you always tell them what's wrong with them, they're going to get worse. They only really start to improve when you start praising the good stuff they do. But they don't do a lot. That's even more important that you praise it when they do. So, what are you proud of about your body? At least be proud of the fact it got you through everything you've put it through in this life. And if you are honest with yourself, you'll realize, I've put this body through a bunch of stuff. And I felt a whole lot of negative energies along the way. And I am proud of my body for enduring all of the abuse. A body thrives on love and praise. So praise it that it can still get you around. Hey, I have all kinds of things I can complain about. When I say the older years are all about body maintenance, believe me, I'm speaking from experience. Okay? There are lots of things that are not nearly as, there are lots of things cause pain these days. But I'm amazingly proud of my body. I can still do some things. I can still climb a tree and get on a roof. I may have to spend the next day in bed, but that's beside the point. I can still do it. I can still do amazing things. I am happy that my body can function at the level it functions at. Isn't that great? I want you to do that with your body. Tell your body, thank you for getting me through this life. Thank you for carrying me through all I have put you through. Sometimes we think our bodies are betraying us. That one actually goes both ways. So it's time to find what it is about your body you're proud of. And praise it. Another direction of health is light. The fifth one, each day bathe your body in light and see the light of God shining through it. I know Myrtle did some of this too. This is real strong in Unity healing techniques. See, number one, divine light descending from the celestial realms right through the top of your head, through your whole body, and then shining through you in all directions. And another approach, go through your body and turn the light on in every cell. Kind of see yourself going cell by cell. Light, light, light. Turn it on. Turn on the light in every cell. Or try to find that light of life. Jesus said, he who follows me will find for himself the light of life, right? It's in your soul. At the center of your being, if you can ever get there. Or at least you can ask your soul to let that divine light of life out into your body. And if you're sick or injured, image divine light bathing the affected area, surrounded in light. Oh, I was a strange kid. I was into all this mind power type stuff and everything. I was on the track team, and one of the guys had hurt his leg, and we're on the bus going back. And I said, well, he said he had a problem. It was on his knee or his calf or somewhere there. He'd pulled a muscle. It was he was in pain. I said, here, let me try something. So I'm, trying to put my hands together. We started that early. There was a Methodist book that dealt with hand vibrations, that was long before we got into the higher stuff. In either case, and so I got the energy going, and then I put it over his leg like that, and in a moment he pulls it back and says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm healing you." And he says, "I could feel that." Bathe the injured area in light. You can do that. You don't have to use your hands. Though if it helps, do it. Whatever. This leads us to number 6 and number 7, both which go very fast. Number 6, ask God's angels to work on your body to heal or strengthen it, and see this happening in meditation. I've done this. You reach out to the angels around you. There are always angels around you ready to respond. You say, could you work on this body? I need some help. And for me, I was like, I'm not sure I want it to be so physical anymore. Do whatever you can. Upgrade it. Give me the download that upgrades me to a better level of body. You know, whatever that means. You know? And I would just spend time knowing that the angels were doing it. Kind of seeing it in my mind and kind of knowing they're working on my body. And I could feel some real differences through that period. The 7th one is the one that's probably most recent because I just worked with it on the way back from California when Patty and I were just out there. On the flight home, I decided we got a hold of a exit seat because it has extra room for your feet. What we didn't realize is in this plane, that means it was totally blocked off. You couldn't see out of the plane. I'm sitting there going, okay. And I decided, you know, I'm going to meditate on healing life feels good. Sometimes I need it to be simplified so much that it's in this really simple little thing. And for me, healing life feels good. So I would repeat silently. Patty didn't know what I was doing. But I was just repeating, healing life feels good. And when you say feels good, you're trying to feel it. You're trying to feel the goodness. Feels good. And you kind of feel that goodness for a moment, and then you do it again. Healing life feels good. Healing life feels good. And every time you say it, you try to feel the goodness in the body. You try to feel, yeah, it feels good. And I spent about an hour on that. And I think I'm still seeing results from that. So, let's close our eyes and let's do a little bit of this. Take a deep breath and sigh it out. We're going to start by just emptying ourselves. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you do, it's a cleansing breath. Empty yourself. We're breathing out all the issues of life. Any negativity. Keep doing it. Every time you breathe in and then breathe out more and more. Empty yourself. You don't need all this stuff this life is filling you with. Empty yourself. You don't even need to know what you're letting go of. You're just letting go of anything that holds you back. Breathe in and breathe it out. And feel lighter. I love my body. Your body is that cute little scruffy little dog that no matter what it looks like, you like it. You love it. I love my body. Thank you, body, for carrying me through this life. Thank you for putting up with what I've insisted we do with this life. Thank you for putting up with all my emotional and human frailties that I've poured into you. Please let them go now. I love my body. I love this body. And I see its glory. I'm proud of my body. What about your body can you be proud of? I want you to bring that up. Come up with something right now. For me, it can be as simple as, I'm proud of my body. I still have hair. My dad had it until he was 89, so I figure I will too. Okay, I'm proud of that. It can be simple, or it can be, I'm proud of my body for having carried me through so much in this life. Now just concentrate on that healing life and feel it in your body. Healing life feels good. Stop and feel goodness, well-being throughout your body. Healing life feels good. Healing life feels good. Healing life feels good, and feel it pervading your whole body with a sense of well-being. Healing life feels good. Now see the light of God descending down through the top of your head and disseminating itself throughout your whole body, permeating every cell and turning on the spiritual light in every cell in your body. And see that light now radiating through you. Into the world. There are angels around you right now just waiting. So ask them to nurture your body, to give it what it needs. And you ask your soul to allow the light of life to come from your soul into your body and do its perfect work. To your body, simply say, I love you. You've been a wonderful servant to carry me through this life. And I am grateful. Thank you, body. And thank you, God. Amen. And if the usher will come forward, we'll prepare for our offering. Actually, I have to do things, so I better keep it. For those of you at home, if you're an important part of this church, those of you following online, and the way you give your offering and support is by, let's see, if you've been watching, you probably can do this better than I. After service, as soon as service is over, you can go to the home page and hit the Donate Now button. You can use a credit card or PayPal there. You can also mail us a check by pulling our address off the website, or you can use Zelle. But if you use Zelle, you have to use our email address. That is unityorlando@gmail.com. And for those of you who are here, there's basically one way to do this. So let's hold it in our hands. Let's bless it with love and joy, knowing as we give in love and joy, it'll be returned to us many times over in love and joy. Affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive. Thank you, God. Amen.
Just like me sometimes, acting on the dream inside, stirring up the thoughts that hide my shiny soul. When good thoughts cross my mind, my heart gets warm inside. And when my dreams collide, making us whole, sweet spirit, we are one. Shown us more to come. This life in love. From since the beginning of time, I felt you on my mind. Never minding trying to hide my shiny soul. Now I feel peace inside, giving hope to humankind. All the love that's left behind is making us whole. Sweet spirit, we are one. Even though we've only begun, this life has shown there's more to come. This life in love, this life in love. Sweet spirit, we are one. Even though we've only begun, this life has shown there's more to come. This life in love, this life in love. Spirit, we are one. Even though we've only begun, this life has shown there's more to come. This life in love, this life in love. Sweet spirit, we are one. Even though we've only begun, this life has shown there's more to come. This life in love, this life in love. This life in love, this life in love, this life in love.
Ah, that's wonderful. I always love it. They send you out in a good mood, right? They create lots of good energy. Well, thank you for being Unity Orlando, my spiritual family, those I get to walk through this life with, and I am grateful for each of you. Next Sunday, in this series on mysticism, wisdom is in the gut. That always freaked me out when I first learned that one. Now I understand it very clearly. Wisdom's in the gut. We'll do that next week. Let's all rise and radiate into the world our prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week.